Hey everybody, welcome. Andrew Ainsworth Golf Academy. As always, a warm welcome and thanks for watching my video today. So the story behind this little video is I decided I needed to have a clear out. One of the pitfalls of owning a golf shop, golf academy, whatever, is that you tend to accumulate a lot of golf clubs. People give them to you to sell on eBay and stuff like that. They don't sell and you ring them up and you say, what do you want me to do with that set of clubs? Oh, just keep them or throw them away. People just give you stuff because they don't want it anymore. You trade stuff in which doesn't sell. Anyway, you just, old clubs of my own, you just accumulate clubs. So just have a quick look at this video here and you'll see that I've got quite a collection of golf clubs, and every now and again I think I'm going to have a clear out and sell them, but to be honest some of this stuff's worthless. But what I did is when I was having a good route through, I found some real old classics. So I've got 3 clubs here which I thought would be quite amusing to do a little video on. And the first one we're going to show you is this fella here. So there'll be loads of golfers out there watching this video who've used this club. This is the Ping i2 driver. As you can see, it's a wooden head, laminated head, and it's fitted with a graphite shaft, one of the very early Aldila graphite shafts. And when I look down at it, I'll give you some close-ups on it. It looks tiny. It looks very, very small. It's cut to about 43 inches, 43 and a half, I think, which was the standard length of drivers back in the day. You know, now we're up at like 46, aren't we? So we'll have a little bit of fun with that one in a minute. The second one will make you smile even more. This is one of the very old, original TaylorMade. This is the Tour Brassy 12-degree loft. And again, I'll get you some pictures of this with a golf ball behind it. Absolutely tiny little head. Fitted with a dynamic gold R300 shaft. Just when you look down at it, it's absolutely minuscule in size. I don't know how we hit these things. Anyway, we're going to have a little go with that. As I say, 12-degree Tour Brassy. And the third and final club which I found in my pile of old golf clubs is this one. Now this goes back into the early 70s. This is a Ben Hogan Apex 2 6-iron. You can see the sort of Ben Hogan medallion in the back there. Hogan's been kind of bought and sold a few times in recent years, but back in the day when it was owned by Ben Hogan himself, he was a very hands-on owner. They produce some fantastic quality irons, you know, and there'll be lots of you out there who've had Ben Hogan irons, I'm sure. We're going to have a little hit with this and see how it goes. I just measured the loft on it on my loft and line machine, and it seemed to be coming in at around about 36 degrees of loft for a 6-iron, you know, which by modern standards is very, very weak. But they were beautifully made clubs. Yeah, so that's what I've found. Let's get over in the hitting area and have a little bit of fun with these old timers. Let's go. Okay everybody, we've made it over into the hitting area. First up is going to be the Ben Hogan Apex 2. Dug around a little bit more and got some proper information. I was kind of guessing over there. The Apex 2 was produced in 1979, not 72 when I thought it was. And the loft of it is about 34 degrees. I thought it was a little bit more, but I've remeasured it, 34 degrees. If you look at some modern 6-irons these days, we're down at 28 or 30, so as we'd expect, the lofts are quite weak on here. Let's give this thing a hit and see what it looks like. So as I put it down behind the ball, it still looks pretty good. You know, it's the classic sort of blade, isn't it? Shafts in here, and steel shafts, they used to rate them by numbers from memory again. They used to do like Apex 3, Apex 4, I think 3 was regular, 4 was stiff. I've no idea what's on this. It's kind of worn out. It feels like a regular, just from a little test on it. But let's get in there and just hit a couple of shots with this. Fitted, before I hit it, fitted with the Victory Grip Right, Swing Right grip, which was fitted to loads of clubs back in the day. It was the #1 grip. Let's give it a little hit and see. I mean, the first thing to say about it is, as you'd expect, it feels soft and it feels great off the club face. I don't expect the numbers to be very big here because of the loss that we're talking about, but let's dive in and have a little look. That was a pretty good hit. Came in at 80 miles an hour club speed, a 152 carry. So really, effectively, this is a 7-iron for me, and a weak 7-iron at that, compared to some of the cavity back clubs we're using now, which 30 has become the norm. So yeah, 152 carry, spinning at 5.7 from a launch of 19 degrees. So it is what it is. It's an old-fashioned blade. Still would work in the hands of a skilled player. So that's club number 1 done. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, second club up is the TaylorMade Tour Brassy. I reckon this one dates back to around about 88, 89 at a guess. I remember having one of these back in the day. 12 degrees, where we'll be using these predominantly off the tee. Be a brave man or woman who tries to hit this thing off the deck, but it was possible. 43 inches long, dynamic gold. I think it's a regular shaft. It is a regular shaft fitted in this. Let's give it a hit and see. It looks scary behind the ball. Looks so small, but we're gonna try one and see. I tell you what, that's done pretty well actually. Absolutely nailed it dead straight. Felt really good off the face, surprisingly. Let's get you some numbers. What have we got? Well, dead straight, little touch of draw maybe. 94 miles an hour club speed, 223 carry, 2685 spin, launching at 12.5 degrees. Predicted run out on that out to about 245. That was actually not as difficult to hit as I thought it would be. Amazing that, isn't it? Would I want to play with it now? Certainly not. But hey, it is what it is. It's a very old club, but still seems to work fine. Let's go to our third and final club. Okay, last up is the Ping i2 driver. Laminated head with a plastic insert in here. Binding, the whipping on the club. Remember these things? As a PGA pro, one of the things I had to learn at school, PGA school, was how to replace a binding. You'd often get people running in last minute, oh my whipping's come off, can you replace it? And you'd have to like bind it back up, charge them £1, off you went. This fella's fitted with one of the very early Aldilla shafts. It's firm and it's saying low torque. Trust me, it's not that low torque compared to what we're using today. It feels a bit like a fishing rod. It's 43 inches long. The loft on here was signified on the bottom. Camera probably won't pick this up, but a little red dot in there which signified the lofts. I think you could get them in 9 and 10 and maybe 11. So I've got to admit, when I put this down behind the ball, it does not fill me with an awful lot of confidence. But let's see if we can get one up near the TaylorMade. Oh, that was really necky. We'll have a look at it. Not sure if that would find fairway or not. It's a massive 208 carry, that one. Let's have a quick look at it. That was really hard work. Necked it, heeled it a little bit. 208 carry, 3,300 revs of spin. Did hit it a little bit low. It's 23 yards left of centre, so it's probably up the first cut. That one up the left. So not great, but boy oh boy, these get your attention. You've really got to find the middle of the club here to get this thing going. How did we play golf with these things? Badly in my case. Slightly better strike, turning it over a little bit. Shaft feels like it's all over the shop here. It's my excuse. I think I've pumped that one out to a 216. Wow. Let's bring that one up before we sign off for the day. Yeah, a huge 216 carry there from 96 miles an hour club speed. Look at the spin that I'm generating with this. 3,500 revs of spin from a 13-degree launch. This is hardcore. This was difficult, and I take my hat off to people who used to hit these well. It wasn't me. So there we go. It was a little bit of fun today. Just have a little look back and look at some relics which I found in my pile of junk, really. Good to go back. Shows you how much club design's moved on, doesn't it? And we should be thankful, really, that the equipment we're using today, certainly in the wood market, is so much easier to hit than it was sort of 30 years ago. So there we go. Post your comments down below. Anyone use the Apex 2 irons, the TaylorMade original metal woods, or the Ping i2 woods or fairway woods? Let me know. Always good to hear from you and read your comments. Don't forget to click on that subscribe button, hit the like button as well if you like the video, and I'll be back soon. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.